Alright, we are back in RimWorld. Our pawn Tanya has taught us some important lessons about living out in the cold. We are going to go to the Rich Explorer. We're going to get this stuff on start. Charge rifle is really nice. In my modified one, I get a guy with a Zeus hammer because it's great, but might be a little overpowered. I might just start them with a normal hammer instead. So I'm going to put commitment mode, custom. We're going to set this to losing is fun. Threat scale 500. This is going to affect the amount of mobs that come on attacks and other such things. More mobs, more food. I don't know. We're going to increase the child aging rate, and we are in random. Okay, we got everything here. I think that's all we changed. We are going to put in the name of the stream, as in this case always. Do I remember the name of my stream? It's not that I forgot it or anything. Okay, solidipity. Now we're going to, as before, switch these to the opposite ends and generate solidipity, the world. The world of solidipity. As soon as we pick our location, we can load all of our presets except Tanya, unfortunately, has met her permanent end. So everything will be the same, except different. We're going to go here, as before. No. Here. Next, we're going to pick up create custom fluid. Next. This one. Next. Human primacy. Next. Load Zenedian path. Yeah, that's all we need. We're going to change this role to Tanya's. What should we name it to? Gosh, it'd be really bad if Tanya wasn't the name of this person, was it? Yeah, counselor's probably fine. Let's just leave it there. All right. It's not like she got very far anyway. So, construction. Nothing viable. We're going to roll until we get one with construction 8 or higher. So we have a very low chance of botching. That was a 7, but not quite an 8. 9. Okay, great memory, careful shooter. This is not great. Psychically sensitive. This is pretty good. I like this, and I like the, well, that's not bad. That's what got them up this high. Okay. They have incapable of none, no health conditions, and they have no social connections whatsoever with anybody else. And they're 26. Perfect. Ash is good to go. And they're named Ash not because of Pokemon, but because their last name is Ashbull, and that's how it is. Alrighty, let's go, Ash. We got this. First thing I want you to do is build walls, for heaven's sake. Build a roof over them. Alright, let's not get all fancy at the beginning this time. Let's just get that crap done and over with, for heaven's sake. Okay, we're gonna get rid of that. Oh, wow. Did I get a tongue? No, I got a horse this time. Okay, now this is different. I think... Oh, nope, still none. Okay, we're going to butcher the horse. We're going to go to orders and allow everything. We're going to have Ash pick up the gun and get it equipped before it takes any damage from being laying around outside. I'm going to immediately figure out why I can't slaughter the horse. Am I not selected on the right thing? Already slaughtering. Okay, that's fine. Okay. I guess we can shoot the bunny for now. How much shooting do you have? 8? Oh, that's not bad. The shooting's bad, though. So, pretty good range on it. If that rabbit gets away from you, you are not chasing it. Nope, I'm not letting you chase it. Structures. Silver walls. You know how this goes. I always make a couple mistakes here and there, but get there in the end. I think that's about right. And there we go. We're going to cancel that one. I'm just going to put town temperature and power. Alright, power. The power. The absolute. Okay. This I actually want inside the kitchen. Oh wait, that's actually a... I can use that for a shelf. So let's... Yeah, we do want this closer because I don't want to put... Okay, there. Now a door. Wooden door, open speed, 120%, very nice. It's better than steel in this case. Now I have blood inside my house, but this is where I shall build my home, and my home shall be here, and it shall be my house. Alright, prioritize working, and don't stop until all of those are done. Let's speed it up a bit. This is what it looks like when I don't gather all the materials first. Seems better so far. Oh, the hypothermia was definitely slowing down Tanya's. Oh boy, you are one. Oh, you want to die? There, for goodness sake. All right. Okay, is it going down? Is it going up in there? Yes. Yes, we now have non-hypothermic. Okay. Right. Stockpile zone. Not there. I put that around there first. I now have a stockpile zone in there. I'm going to hide it. I am going to not allow rotten in there. This game had has a feature or a mechanic or trait called tainted. Tainted means it's worth 10% of what it would normally be worth because it was gotten off a dead body. I have a mod that takes away the processing of tainted because it would make the program have to process every piece of clothing twice, and there's going to be a lot of stuff for it to process, so that's kind of untenable. That, I mean, it will increase my profit per body, but I guess I could just... Well, I'm going to be burning bodies, probably. So... When I'm skinning bodies, though, like, their clothes would be worth more, but in this case, we're not going to be worried about that yet. We might come to that point later, but... Okay, so we got full wind, full power. We need the rest of our production up. And is he taking a walk? Oh no, he's wandering. It's even worse. Did we fix the schedule yet? No, we did not. Okay, so we want recreation, 2 bars. Sleep, 4 bars. Work, 6 bars. Sleep, 4 bars after 2 bars of recreation. Okay. And then 6 bars of work after that. Perfect. We're biphasic. Okay, we need to switch these to numbers. Let's try to remember these fast this time. Basic, rearm, maintenance, warden, entertain, handle, train, cook, butcher, repair, hunt 4, deconstruct 1, construct 2, these ones. Oh. Haul and clean. Okay. Now I need production. Electric smelter is going to be here. Wooden simple research bench here. Wooden butcher table. here, electric stove here, and zone dump. Is there a zone here? No. Okay. Dump stockpile dumping zone. Doink boink. All right, and we're gonna make it so we're not holding toxic waste out in the uncovered snow, but all corpses or chunks are going out there. Also, yeah, we're not gonna worry about clothing because there's not gonna be much clothing to worry about. We're probably gathering. Okay, what's he gonna do first? He's gonna rest first. All right. Okay, we don't have a bed yet. That's had to be forgetting something, right? We also don't have a recreation pin set up, so let's get that installed. Let's go have you work on, for goodness sake. Hello? Okay, and then work on this after that. Never mind. Oh, okay, so that's what it was doing. It was hauling intelligently. He picked up and, okay, there we go. Now what did we get? We got a good bed. This is nice. Quality on items affects different things depending on the item. The cover effectiveness is not improved by the quality of the bed. However, the comfort is, and the beauty is not. The beauty's not, I guess. But the cover, okay. These ones down here, though, are. So quality is part of the multiplier here. Immunity gain is not. Rest effectiveness, it is. So this bed, actually, he sleeps faster on because it's so well made. Makes sense to me. And we've got hours of rest ahead of us. You can see that the light on the map and the directions of the shadows are changing as the day progresses. Alright, we're going to drag those outside, drag these inside, same with those. Gonna get some recreation in, that's good. Gotta keep that topped up. And this is good. We have food for days, literally. Only a few days. He might use food before he gets down to 10%. He's at 90. So anything like 20 or whatever is a waste of food, like scare quotes. Or literally, actually. But it's also would be a waste of my attention and time, I think, to really monitor and guard how much. Okay, so apparently I can't have both these on at the same time. I do want that on for now, though. So let's see if this goes away. Oh no, it's because of the. It's gonna be because of that. So let's switch those. Okay, I could cook. So what we're gonna do now is set up bills for these buildings. This RimWorld is like the. Oh, well, the granddaddy of this game would be Dwarf Fortress. So the interaction, the goals of the game are somewhat similar in the building and management aspects, and in some of the mods I've added to make it actually turn out a little bit more like the original game this is kind of based off of, like the structure and style of game anyway. But the UI is way better. The usability is far easier to understand in RimWorld, even with all the buttons it has. Okay, so we're going to butcher creatures forever. Here. We're probably never going to make kibble. The only reason to make kibble would be it doesn't go bad in warm temperatures. But our animals are going to be in freezing temperatures probably, and they're going to be okay with it. So I don't think we're going to ever need to make kibble, especially because it takes hay to make it, and getting hay out here is, well, impossible. It has literally zero fertility anywhere. So, and you can't grow hay out of hydroponics either, for I don't know what reason. I might have that modded, I might not, but for now, he's going to butcher this and then cook it up. Hopefully. Let's see what he does. Okay, so we got some meat and some leather and some sleepy times. Now, he didn't cook anything because he doesn't have a bill to cook anything. So what we're going to do is go to not find meal. That's 4 simple meals for the main task, and then 1 simple meal after that. That way you can cook by 4s until it gets down to less than that, and then cook 1 until they're all gone, or all the meats are gone. Now I could just turn this off, and that would mean that if I ever got down to it, I might have some meat left over to like feed or train huskies, for instance. But in this case, I'm going to at least set them up. So we're going to do this until we have 200, and then we're going to unpause it when it's not satisfied at 100. So as it goes down from 200, it will not pay attention until it gets on 100, and after it gets to under 100, he'll make more until it gets back up to 200. The other option would be to make it so it does this forever, which could be okay, but it could have its downsides too. Any worker is fine for now. We could set this to only the cook, for instance, or only a specific robot, for instance. Or we could just have it to any worker, and then drop on floor is going to be the most effective way because you're going to have to move it anyway, but if you can get everything cooked and then move in one trip instead of moving after every single thing you cook, a little bit better. So drop on floor is fine. That way they're not worrying about that in between recipes. So cook simple meals. Now the thing about this is not done. First of all, it was not done. So cooking horse meat, yes. Cooking insect meat or human meat, no. Right now, that's fine. Later on, I might want to change one or both of those. But vegetarian. Vegetarian, this is important because if I wanted to make anything else with these, like chem fuel or insert blankety blank here, I might not use any vegetarian stuff. And if it's true that I'm only using meat, then I might as well cook carnivore meals later. But rice or potatoes are typically just like staples in this game, unless you don't have anywhere to grow it. So I'll turn off vegetarian for now, and then I'm going to set this up exactly the same way, and mostly the same process of doing it because it's kind of now this look everywhere is how far it looks for any of the materials it needs to do what it's doing. That can actually be reduced to, I guess, a stockpile. Sometimes you can reduce it to a range that it'll search for things within the range of that. And that can help when you have, say, things all over the map and it's searching the entire map. Well, you could just search like 20 tiles, 20 hexes away from it, and it would find everything you needed more than likely. Maybe even I don't know, possibly 2, depending on how you built it. So now that would reduce the amount of processing the computer has to do in order to run this thing. And it's going to matter because you're going to see this be at 900 at full speed, and then later on 700, and after that it's going to be at like, I had a 140 at top speed. I'm like, oh, that's not a speed up mode, that's just game running generally okay mode, and then combat started and it slowed down to basic. Anyway. Okay, so we have this mostly set to the same. Okay, and I think it's ready now after we set this to also 100. Okay, close. Now, it's going to do this one until it gets to this, and then if it gets to this, it's not going to do this one. But if it runs out of piles of meat big enough to do this one, it'll do this one until there's no more meat left. And we'll see what they do first come sunrise. Or actually, no, not come sunrise. Come whatever. Okay. Now, it is. Oh boy. It is clean in this room. This is the room overlay button. So this tooltip is coming up because I have that on and it's showing the border of the room I'm talking about. It's hideous in there. It's ugly. Hideous is actually a worse, it's like it scales, it gives you a word for it. Ugly is not as bad as hideous, actually, but I was using the word poetically. So yeah, we got most of that meat compiled down into 22 meals. We're going to turn this off, and we're going to set a research to toxic fire generator, so we don't have to worry about the wind ever again. And now we're in the dark. That's why we don't want to. We could get a battery to try to smooth that out. That's the typical way of doing it, but toxic fire generators are. We already start with the answer to them just by having the installed pollution pump. Just pump it up, store it, save it until you can either ship it off somewhere or put it into a waste destroyer. And yeah, I prefer that method of power these days. That's a rabbit. I should probably go hunt that, but I don't want to freeze. So I'm going to wait until I get some clothes to put on that are warmer than what I have. Did you get sick? Yeah, I got food poisoning already. Well, your cooking is 0. Clean the room up and then do some more research. I guess we could actually put a crafting spot down, you know, since we're done puking. And then we can look in here and see if we can build some tribal wear. It looks like it takes 60, and we have 80 of this plain leather here. Let's give that a shot. Let's not do that. And let's just, you know, clean this room and then do this. Maybe that'll give you... Oh, jeez. Oh, no, that's actually really, really good. Oh, that's a parka. So he doesn't have a shirt, but he has a parka. Okay, so this is going to replace the pants based on the slots that the items occupy. So a parka goes over your clothes, and then he has pants on but no shirt. And this will count as a shirt and pants. And he just automatically switched to it. Now he made poor quality. Poor quality means it's definitely affecting the multiplier. I had to click to make it stay, but the multiplier is so it would be 8 at normal probably. But that's the material starting number. Now 30 or 34 is good for this particular location, but 16 is better than 8. So I think this one here has 4 all by itself. It's not great. If I had a shirt of the same material, then together they would be more than the tribal wear I just put on. But as it stands, I have a little bit more with this on, and both my torso and legs are covered with some armor. Like, I mean, that part's not necessarily the focus at the moment, but because this armor is way better. It's same thread. I guess it's there's definitely a cloth that's really strong in this game. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head, but this one only covers legs, but it's the skin layer. So you have the skin layer, the inner layer, and then the outer layer. So you'll have skin layer, you'll have pants or tribal wear, and then inner layer you'll have like a chest, like chain link armor, or a sash, or a bandolier, and then outer is we're gonna have parka. So you can see here it says outer, and it covers all of these locations on the outer layer, which is cool. This is a really interesting and I think really smart way of doing the gear. I mean, I guess layering mechanic. They picked a great word. I can't think of a better one. All right, so we're gonna tuck in. We could wait, but let's just go ahead and do it. Now our research is abysmal, but it's almost 1. It's almost there. Yeah, that's not bad, even for slow research speed. So since that's all he's going to be doing for like a while, he's probably going to get pretty good at it. I think the food poisoning is having quite an effect on them. So they're constantly in pain. The consciousness is 60% maximum. So everything you do is multiplied by your consciousness, and that's just a 57's bad. Okay, they just got rid of it though, I guess. They're not sick anymore. Not from food poisoning anyway, or anything else that I can tell. Alright, cool. So that will mean that their research speed will go back up again. If I had the power for it, I would... Yeah, I don't have the power for anything. Yeah. So this is life for a while, starting this way. On other maps, you might have mountains to mine, or you might have the cloves to go out and maybe bang on some stuff, or you might have trees to chop down, or bushes to harvest, rivers to build stuff over, like bridges or hydropower. Hydrogen, I don't know what those are called actually, in one word. It's in here somewhere. Watermill generators. But on this map, I like the simplicity. The music fits, and well, to be honest, my computer can use all the help it can get these days. So I think if I put this over here, he'll get the light bonus, and then if I use something to make a chair, he'll be doing much better in the comfort. Oh, we got a bulk trader. Hallelujah. Alright, we are going to get out there and trade with them as soon as possible, because since it's so cold, they might leave like immediately. There's the question mark one. If they're so you'll see that one's on a mount. So I have mounts as a mod, and I have side weapons or sidearms as a mod. I don't think I'd play the game without them now. Now that I've had them, it's one of those things that are like, why would I go back? So I have a lot of wood, but I have a lot of money too left after all those silly things I did. I'm gonna sell this because it's worth way more than that cloth I made, and actually sells, and has less of a benefit for me at the moment. The cloth, meals, components. We're gonna want to buy components whenever we can, probably for quite a while. Same with meat, cloth. Wood. I wish they had steel. There's medicine here, but I think if we could cash in our silver for wood at this point, we'd be in a good spot. I could build some furniture. So let's say all of your wood. Right click. No, not my wood. Your wood. Cool. And then how about... Oh no, I'm not going to be doing any organ harvesting. Maybe I'll save that until we get all the genetics from vampires. Oh boy, that's gonna be a while. I have 120 silver left. Let's buy 10 eggs. 10 eggs is 5 meals, as opposed to 10 beef being 1 meal. No, we can just save it. Actually, cloth. We're going to need a little bit of cloth for something. Let's just buy out how much cloth we can get and go from there. Yeah, not that much. 120, let's say 60? Nope, not quite. I'll let 50. Oh, just barely. Alright, let's use some gold. Turn this over to 60 if I can. Okay. Oh, nope, wrong way. There. Alright. Okay, now the materials are not delivered for me, unfortunately. Now, these guys might actually make it all the way to my house. As it is, I'm going to have to go out there and get my stuff. Our reputation went up with them by 1 point. I think it's based off of the value of the trade. So if we're trading 500,000 silver's worth of stuff, then that's going to give more of a, like a 10-point social increase. It's not huge, but it's much bigger than 1. Alright, so we have that now. There are some buildings that require cloth that are just better for recreation. Like, I think I want a billiards table, but that's 80 cloth. But it's going to be the same type of bonus as this. I don't know. That's getting a little bit ahead of myself. I need furniture. I need one end table. Let's just turn it this way so we can see the art best. And then I want a dining chair here. And I want a small table next to it. And I want a chair here. I think that's most of what he needs to get. Oh, and I want to put a shelf in right next to the food. Alright, now standing lamp, we still only have 25 steel. That's after building this, this, and this, and this. Those are the critical ones. I've played this a few times. I've watched Francis John a few times. Or over and over, actually. And yeah, this seems to be the... If you don't start with these, you're going to be in trouble in one of the other of many serious ways. I don't have the sleep accelerator to build yet, but I should probably just go ahead and build that lamp. I don't want to build a fire. Not that I don't want to use the resources that way, but a standing lamp I think would not go amiss. Putting it over there actually seems like it'd be good. This thing outside would start fires, so I've adapted my playstyle by putting this inside rather than outside to start with. I think we do need to make its bills still. Okay, we have a clone in here for this, I think. Yeah, these are... so what this is going to do is smelt slag, metal from slag first all the time. And then smelt weapons under 3 different conditions. If they are bio-coated. Wait, this is all? No. If they're under 60 hit points, smelt them. That's what this one says. If they are bio-coated. No non-bio-coated, but if they happen to be bio-coated, doesn't matter what quality they are or how many hit points they have, smelt them. And then this one says, doesn't matter what quality or whether they're bio-coated or not, but those ones are already filtered out. Or how many hit points they have. If it happens to be any of these, smelt them. If it happens to be any of the checked ones here, then smelt them. And then the ones I have unchecked, ones I have checked are ones either A. Oh, I don't like that actually. I don't want that. Wait, I think I have that backward. All right, perfect. That explains everything. Oh no, not the minigun. So the X ones we're not smelting. We're not smelting smoke launchers because we actually need those for turrets sometimes. Sniper rifles, actually, I'm fine smelting those. No, they sell great. So they sell better than the steel does for smelting them. So same with miniguns. Although miniguns are actually probably one of the best. Like if you have the accuracy, when it's not hard to get 20 shooting. If you have the accuracy to make it so you're hitting with most of the bullets the minigun's shooting. Like I had 90% plus accuracy with this thing. That's a lot of damage really fast. And it's a whole lot more bullets than it shoots at once than a charge rifle or an assault rifle. So minigun, I'm actually might be making it my thing. The thing is, they're just so the damage goes everywhere, but they have the same range as the assault rifle, I think. So it's hard for the assault rifle to put up much of an argument after a certain point. These ones sell for fine. This one I don't ever want to use those. I do want to use those sometimes, but not those. And I don't want to smelt those right now. Okay. And then once you're just done smelting it, drop the steel on the floor. Don't worry about delivering it. Just go smelt something else if you're on smelting. Okay. What sidearms means is I'm going to have a ranged weapon and a melee weapon. That'll be nice. So like he can switch in between them basically for free. It takes like I don't know if it takes a full action or not. But now what I have here is a shelf for all the food. Clear all meals. And set that to preferred. And then it'll move the food. Okay. And then I don't necessarily, well, if I put raw food on there, it might be, if I put raw meat on there, it might be okay. But not, I'm not going to be skinning any humans or bugs, probably. You should probably clean the room after puking so much. Jeez. Yeah, everything he cooked. All 14 of these probably are going to give him food poisoning. He's got a shoot frenzy. That's lovely. Okay, we got no heat inside. That's rough. All right, so total from his gear, he's comfortable down to minus 36. So that's good. That means he won't freeze to death unless it gets down to minus 40. Right now it's only minus 27 outdoors, so that's okay. But so he could be running around outdoors right now if I wanted him to. But getting that power build is important, and frankly, getting his cooking skill up. Oh, so this is too far away from power to be there. I don't want to waste the steel, so I'll put that over there. Could you go put that over there? There we go. So he's moving so slow now because of the food poisoning. It affects moving as well. Half movement. It's really bad. Food poisoning is not great to have. Whoa! Why? Okay. So we just lost all those meals. They were full of food poisoning, so I'm not sure. Not sure if that's such a terrible thing now, but what that means is I'm gonna have to find a different place to store food. If I'm gonna try and keep it warm in here, I need to keep the food outside, which will attract the animals, which is better than having to run out to them. It'll also make that available for people to steal the food. But I think at this point I should. Oh no, I have enough to build some stuff. So I don't want the food ever like rotting away inside my base again, ever. So I'm going to build some wooden walls now. It only takes 5 to build a wall. Unless it's silver or gold, then it's times 10. That's why it was 50 before. But now it's just 5. So that's to do with silver and gold, not walls. Right now, this is... Oi, what? This is a 10, so okay. Oh boy. What, really? Let me see, what can I use to find size? Yeah, so 10 is not a good number to repeat in this game. 11 is nice. So what we're going to do to try to accommodate that is build on the 11s. But I can't do that out here, so... 11 on the inside, so that means I'm going to be actually using a 13 by 13 space for the 11 by 11 interior, based on how far roofs go without falling down. So what that means is I can build out 2 here because of this situation, and this being the 11. So if this was here, whatever. Anyway, so okay, what that means is I want another door right here, and I'm trying to put this down in a way that, oh geez, trying to put this down in a way that allows me to build as many shelves as possible. Is that right? That's not right. That's too far, isn't it? I think it is. Used to different game right now. I don't want to go any farther than that, so... Hey. Okay. Now, same with this. Let's see. Oop. That's not what I wanted to do. Doesn't matter. All right, so right now we are 10 wide. This is the 11 out here. So as many walls as we can build out here would be better. That means we'll put the door out there and have, oops, B again, and have it go like that. Okay, so let's see that build and see how much wood we have left after that, because each shelf costs 20. Oh my gosh, keep puking, would you? Construction botched. It's due to the consciousness reduction, probably. So I probably shouldn't have him build shelves while he's sick. Oh, trivial, huh? I don't feel that way, but okay. What are you doing? Why can't I order you around? Oh, he's broken. So he actually broke. How did he break? He's on a food binge. Oh no. All right, well, his mood got so bad. Apparently he's out of sleep too. His mood got just under here long enough that he broke. He's no longer picking out on food, we can tell up here. So that means that he was out of my control for a while, and depending on what the break was, what it like has a table, it just rolls one. This one was a food binge, so he ate a bunch of food. We are down to 26 days of food left. He could have been violent and destructive. He could have been violent and murderous. He could have been violent and asked to murder an animal before he's happy. Fortunately, it didn't get to that. Okay, how much wood do we have left? 80? Yeah, that's 4 shelves. That's exactly how many I have room for here. However, I do not want you building again. Okay, yeah, you're not sick anymore. Oh, that didn't drag build. Okay. There's no light in there. That'll affect his building chances, I think. Maybe not. Okay. So this is outside. This is cold. Alright, good. We're going to put all the food in here. All of it. Actually, clear all, allow all, no rotten anything. Put anything in here. Don't put these ones in there. That can be moved out here probably. Yeah, and I'm just going to delete this zone. Okay, so this is a guest mechanic. This is from a mod. They don't normally have these in the game. These guests have arrived, and they're saying, you don't have any beds. Can we come? Now, when I'm playing Dark to start with, I'm like, yeah, you can come. You can arrive, pay for sleeping spots out in the cold, sleep in them, get hypothermia, freeze and die, and then I'll cook you, and you paid for the privilege. In this case, though, I don't have beds for them, and I don't actually want them to die, and I don't really want to work on my social right now either, so refuse visitors until I have guest beds. That seems fine. Why did you move all those but not these? What? Oh. Okay, that makes sense. So what we need to do is select all of these by holding shift while we click them, and then link them. Now they all have the same settings, and if any of them get their settings changed, it applies to all of them. So he should put the rest of that over there now. Okay. So that's what we got from our first bulk caravan. We got our 11 grid fixed up, and we got a storage area for everything. Now this pod crash is a person. Should we save them? They're 58. They have no gear. They're fully naked, so they're completely useless out in the cold. I don't want to finish them off because that would not make my pawn happy. They're not good for food. They don't have clothes. they would be a mouth to feed, and I don't have no room. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. And that solves that problem. I'm going to leave it forbidden because I don't really want them to pick up corpses, especially ones that are naked and not food. Alright, so this chair can be used by this building and the research table. This is where he eats. Picks up the food, eats, researches. Whenever he has to cook, he'll have a chair to sit in, and then have a bed. And this right here is smeltable, and this means we're in good smelting season. So you prioritize refining, please. Thank you. All right, that lights the whole room. Holy crap! Maybe not. Maybe it's this that's doing that. But is it dark over here? So we're looking down at this corner right here. This is lit 50%. So lights, standing lights, whatever, dark lights or otherwise. I like the dark light colors, but dark lights or otherwise, it will only light up to 50%, and crops need 51% or higher to grow, which means they need 100% because there is no gradation between 50 and 100 in this game, which means they would need a sun lamp, which takes like not 10, like 100 times more power than 1,000 watts. Okay, so we got the standing lamp at 10 watts, so 100 times. We got the wind turbine producing at the moment 2,000 watts, but that's nearly full, right? When it goes down a lot. So there goes my sun lamp and everything else, right? This takes 700, so that's why I turned it off. 350, also big. Heater, critical, and it takes 175. So if I'm producing less than the power I'm having on,